The air in the Sahelian plains of Sokoto has just turned from dry heat to a chilling, high-stakes military tension that no one expected. Picture this. The horizon is no longer just dust and sand. It is now filled with the low, rhythmic hum of American military hardware and the shadows of elite tactical teams moving through the terrain. The wind carries a new scent, the metallic tang of a modern warfare machine touching down on Nigerian soil. For months, the authorities in Abuja have insisted that Sokoto was a safe haven, a secure fortress for high-profile detainees, but the sudden arrival of foreign boots on the ground tells a completely different, much darker story. The silence of the desert has been broken, and with it, the carefully constructed narrative of the Nigerian judiciary is beginning to crumble. This is the dramatic event that has sent shockwaves through the legal corridors of power. American soldiers have officially entered Sokoto, Nigeria. This isn't just a routine drill, it is a direct response to a massive surge in insurgency and insecurity that even the U.S. Command for Africa can no longer ignore. Remember, it was just weeks ago that missiles were reportedly fired into this region on Christmas Day, and now the boots are actually on the ground. This move by the United States has put Justice James Omotosho in the hot seat. Why? Because it was Omotosho who specifically hand-picked Sokoto as the safe and secure location to lock up Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He told the world that Kanu was being sent there for his own protection, but if the world's most powerful military has to fly in to fight bandits and terrorists in that same backyard, then safe was clearly a lie. Let's dive into the explainer booth to understand the geopolitical technology and history at play here. The U.S. Africa Command, AFRICOM, doesn't just send troops for fun. This is about high-level counterterrorism technology, including drone surveillance and specialized intelligence gathering designed to flush out deep-seated insurgency. Historically, Sokoto has been a gateway between Nigeria and the volatile Sahel region, making it a hotspot for cross-border extremist groups. By dispatching forces here, Washington is acknowledging that the security situation in northern Nigeria has reached a tipping point. This makes the audience realize a critical fact. If a location is dangerous enough to require U.S. military intervention, it is legally and ethically unfit to serve as a high-security detention center for a political figure like Kanu. The technology of war has just exposed the failures of judicial diplomacy. The ripple effect of this military intervention is a direct hit to the reality on the street. While the government statement would have you believe that everything is under control and that Kanu is in the safest hands possible, the reality is that the leader of the IPOB is currently sitting in a literal war zone. This changes the entire legal game for Kanu's lawyers, Aloy Ejimakor and Maxwell Opara. They can now head to the appeal court with undeniable international proof that the federal high court's decision was based on a false premise of safety. This isn't just about security, it affects the entire region's stability. If a major clash breaks out between the U.S.-backed forces and local insurgents, what happens to the prison facility? The contrast between the judge's words and the military's actions is so sharp it could cut through the thickest legal red tape in Abuja. This is a final warning and a forecast for the coming weeks. Expect the legal team to file a massive, urgent motion based on this new reality. The presence of foreign troops in a detention zone is a massive violation of the original protective custody order. The judiciary is now backed into a corner. They must either admit that Sokoto is a danger zone and relocate Kanu immediately, or risk the international embarrassment of having a high-profile detainee caught in the crossfire of a global anti-terror operation. We are watching a historic collision between international military reality and local judicial politics. What do you think? If American soldiers are needed to secure Sokoto, does Justice Omotosho owe the nation an apology for sending Kanu there? Drop your comments below. I want to see your thoughts on this military bombshell. Subscribe for more updates.